You know, I've been a part of this industry of networking for the last 18 years. And ladies and gentlemen, my first 5 years in this industry, I failed miserably. But I wouldn't take that back for anything. Those first 5 years really set the foundation for what was going to happen for me and my family over the last 13 years. See, one of the things that I've learned over the last 18 years in business is that if you actually build people up, they'll build your company. They'll build a community. They'll build a country. See, having money is not about being rich or the cars you drive or the home you live in. Having money or wealth, so to speak, it's about the knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, the wisdom that it takes, the education that it takes that a lot of people are not really privy to.
The simplest forms of education empower people to take the most massive amounts of action. A mindset that you gotta have as a salesperson, entrepreneur, business owner, CEO, doesn't matter, but a mindset that pays and a mindset that we often have for short periods of time and then lose. One of the mindsets that really sets salespeople back is they think they need to get better at sales. You think, man, I've got to learn psychology, I've got to learn to have the gift of gab, the game, the fame, It's not it. It's not it. The key to sales, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. And that is the key to sales. As many ups as you can take, as many leads as you can get off the internet, as many phone calls as you can make, because the more hands you shake, the more money you make. And if you're sitting on your hands, you're not shaking hands.
You know, back in the day before there were flashlights on your cell phone, I would get up in the middle of the night. I didn't want to wake anybody up, so I'd use the light from the cell phone to walk through the house. So I've got this little bit of light, and I couldn't see in front of me, just far enough to walk 2 or 3 steps. And I think that's what walking by faith is sometimes, because walking by faith can be very uncomfortable. And if when you're walking by faith and you're asking by faith, sometimes you don't have the whole picture. You just have this little bit of light, and you just have to keep moving forward.
It starts with your environment.
Yeah.
The environment, you hear it all the time, you're a product of your environment, but your belief systems are fortified by your environment. I was able to move out of an environment where it was lack, it was scarcity, it was fear. I was able to move into an environment that was about building wealth, about success.
Okay.
And then I was exposed to the right people. So it's environment, then it's associations. Who are the people that are in your life that are inspiring you, that are motivating you, encouraging you, that are examples of what can be?
Yeah.
That is so vital. I started to get the right information, Think and Grow Rich, and Magic of Believing, Science of Getting Rich, and leadership books, and started to study, started to listen. And then now my mind started to be renewed. My whole being started to be transformed. And then the results came in. Experiences make the biggest impact on your belief system. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
Okay.
So meaning that success is about growth.
Yes.
It's not really about the destination.
Right.
And because success is a moving target. Like today, you're watching this, you're thinking, man, if I can get to 100 grand a month, I've made it. Right. I promise you, when you get there, you're gonna want 2.
Absolutely.
And when you get to 2, you're gonna want 5.
Absolutely.
It's about developing who you are, developing the mindset that can believe for that.
Yeah.
That's the key.
I woke up one day and I thought, I'm giving 6 hours a day of absolute focus and energy to this. And I believe I'm smart enough that if I put that much tenacity into something else, I can be a multimillionaire. I truly believe that. I decided to get rich.
Do something you're very passionate about, and don't try to chase what is kind of the hot passion of the day.
For somebody aspiring to, take things to the next level or to even surpass their wildest dreams, there's always going to have to be an element of luck. But I think more important is putting yourself in a business that can be ubiquitous, that really doesn't have limits. Because otherwise, there's always going to be a grind to it. If it can't be something that you can visualize every business using or every consumer using, it's going to be tough to scale to be big enough or to have the perceived value.
When you're trying to differentiate, when you're trying to do something different, there's going to be that gut moment, that gut sense. Is this right? Is this not right? If you're not having doubt, you're not pushing the boundaries far enough.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, you don't really love it, you're going to give up.
So just go and do it, try, learn from it. You'll fail at some things. That's a learning experience that you need so that you can take that on to the next experience. And don't let people who you may respect and who you believe know what they're talking about, don't let them tell you it can't be done. Because often they will tell you it can't be done, and it's just because they don't have the courage to try.
Focus. Focus is the most important requirement for success in our fast-moving world today. If you can focus, you can succeed, and if you cannot, you cannot. It's almost a black and white thing. In fact, many people double and triple their income within 30 days just by learning to focus and just by thinking in terms of focus. So it's really, really important. The faster you fail and learn, the faster you succeed. You actually learn to succeed by failing. Number one reason for success is people focus on things that have high potential consequences. Number one reason for failure is people focus on things that have low or no potential consequences. If thinking is the most important thing you do, because of the consequences of thinking determine the entire quality of your life, then the quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. And so the more time that you spend thinking and thinking well and thinking clearly, the more successful you are.